What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We are back from outer space. No. But we are here, getting ready to do PK things and lava things. We're just waiting for the, the felon to show up.
You have to give me a second. I have to go do. I was gonna show up, and I was like, wait, I have to go put my sword and shield in the glam chest. Give me a little second, like 2 seconds. I gotta go put my sword and shield on, and then I really want to dye them, but I think the dyeing can wait.
It shouldn't take too long to dye them.
I don't know what color I want.
Oh well, yeah. Then it might take forever.
I have to pull swatches. I have to look and.
I have to call my resident pictomancer.
Yeah. You're gonna be the pictomancer, right?
I mean, I'm gonna have all the mage classes, so I might as well.
What color do you think?
Well, the Randy has the pink one. So.
I have a different sword and shield actually. Randy.
Oh, do you?
They look similar, but they're actually different. Kat and Shira both said they've got time to join us. There's no way you can get your size I have.
But, so guys, as y'all may or may not remember, before we jumped off, we unlocked VNC dungeons for the sole purpose of trying to unlock a specific VNC dungeon, only for me to find out that the VNC dungeon I'm trying to unlock is not accessible until I've progressed a certain portion of the way through the MSQ. So I gotta wait. I literally want it for a hairstyle, and the hairstyle is for Femroth potentially, but we'll see. But we're waiting on the Lala to get here. Once he gets here, we'll be off. I'm over here on the water's edge, waiting to throw your little tiny buttocks inside the edge. You went to Aporia? Where's Aporia? It says accept teleport to Aporia. Mm-hmm. Probably stabbed her.
Oh, it's in Charlie and Old Charlotte. It's in the Labyrinthos.
Oh.
It's one right in front of where we take the ship.
Oh, I got you.
So you're in the port?
See.
On the western bay, and it's 100 ships a day. Lonely sailor, pass the time away. I decided to go with rose pink and sky blue.
Let's see how the young strapping lad looks. Look at that shield. And look at that blade. All the more to stab you with a pokey thing.
Yep.
Look at him.
Oh, Cat's got only 18
What's up,
minutes,
Rockjazz?
so we gotta get going.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate ya. We're doing lots of shenanigan things here, so, yeah. Cool. Alzadaal legacy. Oh, look at that. Insta-cute. I wonder. Imagine that.
How bizarre.
Kel Surprise?
Surprise.
Surpresa! Let's see.
Would you like to skip the cuts? Yes.
I mean, you might as well watch it. I'm watching it. I keep forgetting Cheryl's a rogue, a femro. This music right now reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. Wow! And we all walk forward like, let's do that. And you kind of waddle. It's so funny. They can't just give you a walk. You have to waddle. Pelodian! Oh my god, the healer wasn't ready!
Fuck, I am the healer. I am the Alpha and the Omega.
I will be fine!
I literally will be fine.
Bring it on! I went too far. Owie! That hurts so much. I was looking at the stream, I was messing with audio levels, and I just fucking just ran through it. Mother help! Oh, what's your new one that we didn't put in the thing, the new final that we just started yesterday? Pulley, 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 pulley. I'm gonna wait here this time. Damage bubbles. You should have seen Nate today. He was raging about how he now has to find a new main healer because he's not going to be able to Ast anymore. He said they murdered Ast.
It's crazy. I'm not super stoked about their level 100 skill, if we're being honest.
No, he said in general, like the Ast as a whole has been murdered, basically. For lack of a better way of putting it, that's how he put it. I was like, it looks like they kind of went to OG. I was like, it looks like they went to OG cards, and I was like, you know, they got a couple more little nits and stuff like that to use, and you know, blah blah blah. And remember, don't stand near them. I never.
I'm like 12 away from
Oh, for real?
yeah, I'm really close. And I think it's still
Son of a bitch! Of course it is. Oh, yeah. I followed the thing!
I realized that. That was exactly to be fair, I always hated this boss.
I know, this boss is absolutely outrageous.
Hard to read. It's not murderous, it's just very outrageous. But back to the there's a lot. Like,
yeah.
I get that makes sense because everybody else is battling. So they're like, distraction.
Fight again. Oh.
Now that that guy's done.
Anywho. Hey, look, fending it. Let you
It's
know.
not the best. The hats are dumb. The gear out of here is not atrocious. It's my winter gear from my scholar.
Is it really?
With a little beret. Yes.
Oh,
Yep, it's my winter gear.
okay.
There's a chest over there if you want to grab it.
Coming. I think, yeah, they got it. Cat's got it. Cat's got it. Everybody gets a damage bonus. You live now if you just one shallow overlord that's just like took no damage in that whole fight. And then he got
Yeah,
murdered.
he had all of the health and just watched all of it disappear. So like, I feel fine. JK, never mind.
I don't know why I'm comparing the range when I know full well that I don't need it. And the earrings of slaying. They want to give me all the slaying shit when I don't need it. Ooh, we killed it before more reinforcements. Give everything out!
I was gonna say, usually only has claw grab. I have stick grab.
You can't pick. You perfect. I'll know when I see it. I have to see the boss. Oh yeah, it's the one you gotta like hide in the corner of them and stuff like that.
Yeah, flip
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah. I remember. Demi and Alistair, what are you doing? Y'all behaving over there? Why aren't you behaving? I don't know. Guns up, everybody. Yep. We playing in here. I didn't have a choice. Damn it, Sammy. I didn't have a choice.
Wow, this hurts. Ow.
Hey, boom.
Articulated bits. Not bits.
I'm not safe anywhere.
Good point.
Like, wow, that shit hurts a lot. Wow, that shit hurts a lot. What?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm covering you and it doesn't care.
No, it's a die. Note to self.
It's just
Don't get electrocuted.
and then it's gonna put a circular like that. Go up. Besides, I arrow go through so many times, and every time I'm like, what is that? And why did I not take damage? It's a nice arrow, and it's not gonna kill you because it's on your own team. Who would have thought?
You guys, look, the treasure.
Yeah, it's all fake.
Bro, if I could pick up all that gil.
You're gonna get swallowed by it.
So what you're saying is this is a mimic. This ring of casting is actually a ring of mimicry. Ethereal mimicry! I am now a blue mage monk. I'm now blue monk. Hear me roar. Either right. Sprintage? Okay, sprintage! Look at all the lovely chests. Oh my god, they're mimics! Axel.
Real nice. Brought to you by Why are you running for the chest?
I want to savage my material. And those earrings. Somebody else eat it.
Look, you need somebody. We know who. We know these people. They are our people.
Everybody's gonna damage buff, make it count. Dropping the blades.
It's rain.
Aww. It was right before the final boss speed limit broke. What? We'll be lucky if we get LB2. Well, I mean, our DPS is slow enough. I was like, our DPS is slow enough. We'll be lucky if we get LB1. Capiculu! Capiculu, yo! Make it happen. Yeah! Yeah. Ready? Yeah.
And that's just the first one.
You still got my reputation. You're driving. Digimon! Hey Digimon, my friends, boys and girls. Hey Digimon, champions of the digital world. Green, everybody.
Those of you that are color.
Says I'm back now, though. It did that to me earlier, too. What the fuck? Oh, what is it? I was like, I accepted it. I did, and it's just lagging me. On the right side, I'm a fucking user before I die. do have a color palette. Most games do nowadays.
What is that? I didn't know there was a minion. What?
Teacup Capiculu? Yeah. And you
I
said
don't
you
think
been
I've ever
through
seen
here.
that. All the times I've been in here.
Psh, you
What?
said you come in here. Psh, you don't know about the minion. Psh.
I do. I come in here stupidly. And I don't come in here by choice. I come in here because it hates me.
Oh, we're all waiting for me now. Huh? Come on. What did you roll? What did you roll?
I didn't roll, I left.
I didn't get it. Cat got it.
Good. I wasn't gonna roll for it. Fuck no.
You didn't want the minion?
Oh, yay, I have ready.
You could have sold it to Aranthi. We found something tied in ribbons.
What have we here?
What have we here?
'Tis not unlike a Hunnish alchemical furnace in design.
Bondage.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Let's go touch it with a stick. With a stick.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Depending on how hard you touch it with the stick, that just increases your bondage meter.
Maybe.
Did you touch it with the stick? Yes. Did you whack it with the stick? Like a pinata.
Vritra! Oh, my
Sola.
apologies. Should I continue
Yeah,
calling you
it's okay.
Varshan?
Valshan.
I'm short. and
You
filled
may
with blood,
address
but
me as you
blood
wish. My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our reunion. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Enough!
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
Lay down. Dude, you got slobber all over your head from her biting you.
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
One of the options. I wasn't gonna touch it, but you know you stole it.
Always got
Oh
that.
no! Oh no! The death glare.
You and I will speak later.
Oh no!
What'd she say to you?
Not the time for frivolity, my
You
friend.
and I will speak
Not the
later.
This
And it did like creepy
something
music.
of which thou speakest. Might it be some manner of threat?
I love giving her sass. It's fantastic.
They gotta keep that up in Endwalker.
Oh, I hope so. You mean Dontra? But yes, I hope so.
Perhaps I should simply show you.
I can't anymore. I can't. We're in Endwalker. It's been a long expansion.
It has been a long expansion. Not as long as Stormblood, though. Stormblood felt like
As
a
long as
drag.
original Realm Reborn.
Oh lord, I'm still going through that.
Oh gee, a Realm Reborn. Oh gosh, brother.
You still is the only one that's happy about what she sees.
I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, this is a functioning gate into the void.
Oh god, that means that part's coming soon. Void gates and fissures are much the same thing in practice, in the sense that both allow passes between the source and the 13th. The difference in terminology refers to the circumstances of their creation. A fissure is an incidental tear in the fabric between worlds, whereas a void gate is the product of deliberate action. I suspect this is the latter, judging by the elaborate mechanism put in place to control it. To think that our search for material riches would lead us to this priceless discovery. That swirling emptiness, it puts me in mind of old friends, not to mention old foes. You may not go into Alzadaal's legacy with your trust. A brother's grief.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory. An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Merasidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians
that's a
resorted
raid
to
series
summoning
right there, so I
primal
can't remember which one it
entities.
is, but it's one of them. That might be Omega, actually.
In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void. Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
It's because he did.
Indeed, I did.
He was there.
I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land.
It's like the deep magics to me, which I was there when they were written.
Along with my sibling, Ashdaya. We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to
A
me.
lot of people on today.
I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could
How
not.
was I?
Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. until I could search no more, until Alag was dust, and the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Alzadaal was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Azdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used a simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of void scent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Alzadaal and abandoning your sister. You chose the latter.
'Twas not that thy sibling scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
I remember when Nero turned purple.
Turned purple? Well, yes. His wounds had allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether. Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Azdaya.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations.
I mean, they done.
They are the protective talisman's core components, after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late. And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
All that just to tell me quest accepted. First brood has been added to the Unending Codex. Aether has been added to the Unending Codex. So they managed not only to expand the fissure, but also manipulate it as one might a gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I could learn more of how this feat was accomplished? I will tell you what I can. First, however, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the guardians you so handedly destroyed. It will not do to leave the gate undefended. My apologies. We were perhaps a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault's secrets. If the constructs can be repaired, we would be happy to offer our assistance. That will not be necessary. Much as I retain spare vessels for myself, we keep duplicate guardians on hand for such eventualities. In any case, we should return to Razatan. I think that minion, I knew of the minion, I'd never actually seen it drop more than once, but I think it's like the Calcabrina. Calca drops very, very often, but Brina's very rare. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna teleport, I'm just gonna run because he's right over here. Why does that guy look like a... That's a Dark Knight right there, you see him? Look at that. Look at that Dark Knight right there. So what are you running MSQ in Dawn Trail as? Oh, hang on just a second, guys. Work calling. Okay, we're back. So, the question, what class are you running MSQ with in Dawn Trail?
You're muted. Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like you're muted to me and you're muted to stream.
Oh no! Am I still muted on stream? Hold on.
I don't know.
No, it says I'm good. Or at least my side says I'm good. Hello. Okay. As long as I can be heard, that's what matters.
I was like, I saw your mouth moving and I was like, you're not as loud as you've been 2 minutes ago. Like, yeah, I can hear you quite clearly with my minimal volume. Having to like crank it. But
Yeah. I promised we would discuss the Void Late further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault Sentinels. As your instruments have no doubt informed you, the Capiculu has been reduced to so much scrap. Please bring a new one out of storage and see that it is conveyed to its post along with some new lesser constructs. Was it tomb robbers? Fiends born of Tower of Zot? By the sisters, do not tell me a blasphemy yet roams free. No, it was me. We're all just looking around like it wasn't me. And he's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Why such guilty faces? Surely it isn't you who is responsible for this. Oh. Well, the details aren't important. I shall see it done immediately. With that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now, I believe you had questions. Quite a few, in fact, but I'd like to begin with the gate itself. It is still functional, yes? Indeed, which is why I saw it sealed with an alchemically forged lock and warded it with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason for the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to the abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, it is in its current state it would admit only the lowliest of void sent, and from this side no man would be able to pass through. No man. I should think Alphanag would fit, given a firm enough push. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet you succeeded in expanding this diminutive portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemists, I should have destroyed the anomaly when I found it, but instead I bade them devise a means to control it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which my magics could manipulate the fissure and transform it into a serviceable gate. But the process had long been forgotten. Once I had given up searching for Alzadaal, there was no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Thus has the gate lain dormant for years uncounted. Our own passage to the 13th was made relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower. An ancient mechanism channeled the tower's vast stores of energy to open a void gate, one bound to a covenant made with the Cloud of Darkness. Once the sovereign entity was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken and the doorway severed from its connection to the void. Theoretically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void stone, but such deals usually end up in betrayal and death. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the Bounty's gate. Mayhap you could resume your search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest centuries ago. My place and my duty is here, now. I had meant to ask, what prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? It was Augustinian's idea. I'm just blaming everybody. First, as I recall, 'twas you who was chasing tales of undersea ruins. Well, as you have seen, the fabulous wealth from the stories is quite real, if not its rumored origin. But I'm afraid I must assert our prior claim. I've been adding to that trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it, that I might alleviate my people's suffering. Then we are of one mind. We had no intention of taking it for ourselves. Isn't that right, my friend? I mean, I meant to take maybe a couple million for myself. Y'all can have the rest. Your Excellency, would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? I will make no attempt to open it, of course. I owe you and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you ask of me, you shall have it. You are most gracious. I shall take full advantage of your permission. Would that I could join thee in thy study, but the Loporrits will be anxious to receive my report. I beg my leave of you. And I must be off to Charlian as well. Mistress Cryo was eager to speak with you about that request, so please come back to the annex as soon as you're able. Farewell for now. We can discuss my findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me so easily. You may now undertake the Chronicles of New Era quest, Mists of the Realm. Speak with the fresh-faced student at the Valdesian Annex to accept the first quest. Do we want to do Mists of the Realm? Agalia? The difficult part in all this will be... No! The difficult part in all this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistance in these deliberations? Anything to make up for the constructs we broke? Yeah, anything to make up for the constructs we broke. Then think of your employment as recompense. Serve me as guest advisors, and I will consider the broken constructs paid for in full. The Thunder and I are in this together. I will follow his example. Oh, I thought we were going into some epic battles. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Where is elsewhere? Something tells me this is the void. Earth, water, wind, and fire. I sensed the breaching of a gate, but it was not instigated from this side. It was thrown open from the other. I too felt it. A rare occurrence, yes, but such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have awaited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip through our grasp. Yet we must not underestimate he who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Bah, let him come. I will drown the world and watch this fleshling gasp for breath in its final moments. Knight in Black. Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. 'Tis time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Bum, bum, bum. Sharing the wealth. 6+. Shall we begin? If we are to spend the treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups would benefit most from the monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with the satrap directly, so I would ask that you ask in my stead. The Thunder, you are to visit Akiali and Yeldimal, speak with Masya and his people, and listen to their grievances. Justinian, I bid you do the same at Palakistan. I will be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant Skull grounds. Once you believe you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Megazunta. Let me leave him be. Alistair's thunder. Bunch of children over here. At least I can fly out here. We can fly, we can fly, we can fly, we can fly, we can fly. Up, 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 up. There's a Lala felony somewhere. I can see a little blue dots on the map, but I don't know where he is. He's just over yonder somewhere.
I'm at the great work.
Look at this white mage. Look at them.
Gross.
In the Diadochus coat of healing. Cute and cuddly, boys. Cute and cuddly. Actually, it's really nice looking. Oh, Peak of Thunder, I was glad to see you had returned unharmed. You finished with the boat then? Yes. Hi! There's the Lala, guys. Anything the village desperately needs. Well, I suppose Kozal's loss hits us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's so much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. I'll go like this. Invite the company. No. I was going to, but I was like, no, that's just rude. You don't just run around inviting people freaking out. I guess I could have just teleported back. Wasn't paying attention.
No, I got shutting. There's network everywhere.
Demi, can you leave him alone?
I have Hellcord of Troy unlocked. I am
Nice.
ready.
You're ready! You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Thavner, then you must try my special Arma Lassie. Its refreshing zest cannot be beat. What could such a wonder cost, you wonder? Normally, I part with 3 bottles for a generous price of 19,800 gil, but you, I'm willing to go as low as 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. I am not Estinian. The Lala felonies is logged out. Oh, no, Estinian? Who is Estinian? Ah! You're the one who was with that spear-toting fellow. Well, you can hardly blame a man for trying. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sister, spare me. We might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street. Stop it. Demi, that's enough. You're done. Okay. How fares the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? The trade routes are open once more now that the danger has passed, certainly, but no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to that the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Kalzal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now that was a man who got things done, God's rest his soul. You have spoken with the key local figures and gained understanding of the populace's hardships. Varshan awaits you at the Megadrinta. Luckily, it's free to teleport to Razatan. Ah, my advisor's returned. I have just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling to say the least, and there are few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some cart or stall. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakistan were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yildimal. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs for the most part. Palakistan has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. I myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a wagon full of giant's gall to a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between compared to our best years. The weight of the stone leaving Thavner has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we may begin work to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn in Akyali and Yildimal? Pretty much the same thing. They're just looking for a way to sell their stuff. They need traders to come through. If they don't have the traders, they can't sell. I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yildimal. I am reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to this place. His father lost at sea between the beasts sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale, repeated over and over, so many lives lost. Enough grief to drown in, if we let ourselves be overcome, but we will not. pt51, I will consider the perspectives you've brought me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled function. My assembled something. I couldn't read it fast enough. I clicked too quick. Go lay down. You got a water. I need to get you some more water. Oh, let me go check your water. Hold on.
I thank you for your attendance.
And we're back. Thank you for your attendance.
The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Alzadaal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. Made aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Alzadaal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Taxes, levy them on the trade profits in exchange for your investment. I mean, oh shit. Let's do. I can just say it takes a village, or taxes. I'll just say it takes a village.
Of course, we must all look out for one another. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Alzadaal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage. Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
Something with Kazal seems appropriate.
A fitting candidate. Alzadaal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Alzadaal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well.
I mean, what are you doing? Oh, I'm on top.
Isn't that right, men?
This bodes well for that boy. Mirad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Alzadaal Foundation. Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor.
I do like their armor from the Radiant House. Some of them, it's kind of good.
Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
Hey, look what it is. What is on your face, sir? What is on your face?
In there.
Oh, that's the shield
But
again?
see, the shield and sword are different. They have birds on them, and they're not dyeable.
And they're not dyeable?
No, these ones are not dyeable.
But they're, I mean, they're still similar to the ones from...
Yeah, they're very
Don
similar
Meg.
to the Don Meg ones.
Where'd
They
this one
just-
come from?
I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. It's been in my glamour chest for forever.
Hold on. Going to be enhancing sword, and I'm assuming enhancing shield? Ritter
No.
shield.
And Jordan Ritter shield. Yeah, exactly.
Resets. Thanks. Specifically paladin. Soul power Oh, it's doing it like that. Are they green? They're green, right?
Yes.
It's either gonna be crafted or quest. No, it's all. Is there one for? Dungeon drop, there we go. Doesn't pull anything up. Lovely. I could probably just do both, to be honest. What was the sword called again? Or we'll just do Ritter shit and start there. No
Yeah,
gears.
it's a sword.
No gears. You left me no choice. Castro Mabanya. Both the shield and the sword come from Castro Mabanya.
I figured they had to be a set because they.
Well, I
share
just figured they
such
would have both
similar-
been listed as the same name, you know? But
Yeah, well, not always. but-
yeah, no, not always. You're right. You're not always. But you know, that's just what I would have figured on my end. But you know, kids with kids.
See the thing about the Dawn Meg shield is when you dye it, the flowers change as well as the white background.
Well, that'll be different though. Coming soon, that'll be different though.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have two dyeable slots or two dye slots on it. So I mean, you know, it'll be hopefully it'll fix that because like this top, I want it to be black, right? But I wanted the cape maybe to be a different color to kind of go with it, or maybe like the undertone of it to be different to kind of offset. But when you dye it, it just dyes the white part, so it makes it kind of look weird. So that's why I just kind of left the top as is, but I changed the boots and the pants.
Yeah.
So it just depends, I guess. We'll see once the two dye sockets come out, what it lets us do it with. Because I don't think they're gonna do it with all gear sets right away. Because if they're gonna add a secondary dye socket to everything, then they should be able to do headgear for fucking bunnies and Roths.
They won't. They won't ever.
Oh, I know.
They won't ever.
Thank you for putting forth the Khazal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Y'shtola. She asked that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Understood, thank you. Y'shtola must have finished her study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then? I will go with you. I thought the satrap would be too busy setting up the foundation. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of the administration since before Ahaiwan assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done, and I am curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish, allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. I like how he was looking at me saying Your Excellency. I guess I am now Your Excellency pt51. Just saying. Are you waiting for a dungeon?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna do my level 90 I was gonna do expert roulette.
Oh, okay.
Since I got the time.
I'm surprised you didn't get in right away, since you're a tank.
No, if it's expert, there's only 2 dungeons you can get in.
Yeah, but I still usually probably pretty quick as a tank. Within 60 seconds, typically, for me.
I'm at 1:50. Nope. It takes forever for me, always. I'm number 4.
Oh, that's not bad, though.
Because nobody needs to do anything right now, usually.
Right.
They've got everything, they're just waiting for expansion.
Pretty much. I mean,
Wait,
it makes sense.
I
Most
should've
people,
asked-
anyway.
I should have checked your gear and seen if I needed to repair it.
Oh, just come down to where I'm at. I probably doesn't need to repair. I died twice, remember?
To come down to where he's at.
I'm gonna go back to the main crystal road.
Where are you going? Where are you at?
You can't port to exactly where I'm at. Just if you leave from the crystal, like you're gonna go towards towards the High Crucible. That's where I was at. But I'm heading back to the crystal now, you'll see me. I'm in the aetherite plasma.
Gross.
Yeah, everything. I died twice. Everything's down to 70% from 2 deaths.
Well,
Oh, you gotta be in my party for that. Which means you're gonna get kicked. Trust repair.
I hate it here.
You're the one that brought up the repair. I wouldn't have thought about it, to be honest.
Oh, it needs to happen.
It does. Appreciate it, sir. Kick from the party. Anyway,
Now leave me. Oh, now my average wait time is 6 minutes to quit. That
I'm
extra
sorry.
minute, rage.
Look at this guy right here. Thinking he's Mr. Bunny Bun Bun, ba-dum ba-dum bun.
Okay.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah. He's spiffy. For a machinist, he's spiffy. Or potentially she. I can't tell with the bunnies sometimes. We don't assume genders anymore. It's 2024.
And Pride Month.
And in Pride Month, son of a bitch.
So yeah, you're just. They're gonna roast you
Fucking
on
double
this bit.
whammy. Fucking double
Yeah.
whammy.
Double win.
Alright. We're gonna BRBs, guys. I have to take bio. And my dogs are potentially needing one as well. So.